Hi everybody, it's Matthew here from Bead Spider. Today we're going to throw ourselves back to the 60s with our brand new Twist Again bangle. It's a really fun little design that we're going to do where we've taken inspiration, I suppose, from the swingin' 60s to sort of come up with this really fun sort of bracelet idea. We've sort of chosen some interesting colors to make it a little bit more interesting as well. But yeah, hopefully I think you'll enjoy it. It's going to be showing you how to use a really nice way of using bugle beads and seed beads. That's pretty much all you're going to need. I'm using 7mm Preciosa bugles, and then I've got the size 10 Preciosa seed beads. You can, of course, use your Japanese size 11s if you want to, and if you've got other sizes of bugles, you might just have to adapt it ever so slightly. But essentially, the plan for today is to make it into a gorgeous little bangle. The fun part, I'm going to let you guys choose which colorway exactly that I'm going to demonstrate with. So as always, that's a bit of fun. You guys get to pick. I'll show you the 6 different colors that we've got. And of course, as we often do, we've got a special on the actual kits themselves. It's £7.50 in its regular price, or you can get any 3 for $20. So I'll just show you the website very, very quickly so we can take a little look at that exactly. If you head to the Bead Spider homepage today, it's going to look like this. So here I am on our Bead Spider homepage. If you see there at the top, there's a massive big banner for our Ivy beaded necklace class that we're going to be doing on May 29th and 30th. So if you want to sign up to that, just click where it says click here for more info, and it will take you to this page just here where you can find out all the information about the class. You can sign up if you want to. There's 2 sessions that you can sign up to, and then we've got 3 gorgeous colors of kits. So that's just a very quick little thing to take a look at. If you want to, just head to our website www.beadspider.co.uk. As per usual, I've got our little picture just here where it says Twist Again beaded bangle. That's what I'm teaching today. So if you're coming to this video and you don't have time to stick around now, you can just click that big square and you can watch today's video on demand at any time, whenever you want. Otherwise, you can always head up to the menu just up here at the top, and where it says kits and tutorials, you can just head over to video tutorials there on the left, and that will take you to our tutorial library where you can see all of these tutorials as well. As for the kits that I'm going to show you today, if you click the button where it says view all related products, otherwise check out the description we've got in the description there on YouTube or Facebook, whichever one you are in, it will take you to this page just here. Andrew's very quickly in the middle of just putting all the pictures onto the website so that you can actually see them all. There's just the 2 more to go. But essentially, you can see we've got we've gone with that 60s theme. So of course we've got the twist again, like I did last summer, essentially is the vibe. But then we've got the beach baby, which is this one just here at the top. We've got the daydream believer, gold finger, which is a really nice black and gold one. I tell you, every time I see that one, I want to go gold finger. We've got our mermaid color, which is the one that you will have seen in the email if you get our emails. If you're subscribed to the newsletter, this is the one on that main banner. The starry night, the picture will be there very soon. And then the superstition I absolutely love. It's this envious green color. So like I said, each one of them, they're £7.50 each, or come over up here where it says any 3 for £20. You just click on that just there, and then you can choose whichever 3 that you like best. So if you love the mermaid one, add one of those to the little basket there. You can say, I'll have a superstition and a beach baby. Then you just come down here and add them to your basket, and you'll get that little discount. So instead of the full price, you'll only pay £20. If you saw the video in the little thing at the beginning where I was showing all of the pictures, if you want to get all 3 of them as the one color, it's a really easy way to make the necklace design. So you can sort of stitch them together, make a necklace, and you can even make a cute little pair of earrings to go with. But anyway, let's, this is back to the homepage. Let's come back over and have a little chat and a talk over here. That's enough about the website. I think it's time to let you guys choose the different colorways that you like best. So I'm going to just greet a few people because I see there's lots of you here already. So, who have we got? Lots of comments. Dana is here. She says, good morning from Wisconsin. We've got Bridget is here from Germany. She says, hello from Germany. Welcome, Bridget. Thank you for, or Birgit maybe. Thank you for joining. We've got Colleen as well. She's a regular. She says, hi, everyone. I will try to stay awake. Had her COVID shot yesterday, and she's a little sleepy. Well, I'm glad to hear that you've had your shot, and even if you're feeling a little tired, it's definitely the better option, isn't it? We've got Anita here from Johannesburg. Welcome to Anita. Stacy's here as per usual. Welcome, Stacy. Thanks for watching. We've got Doris as well. She says good afternoon, so you can tell who's in the US and who's in the UK as per what everybody types. Obviously those in the UK are saying afternoon, those in the US are saying good morning, and we do often get some people over in from Australia. We get people from Borneo. They're often saying good evening. Who else have we got here? Yep, Monica's here, just as I was saying. She says, hello, everyone. Wesley's here. Thanks for watching, Wesley. Lots and lots of different people. I see. People have started to vote. So, I am going to let you guys choose which one. So let's have a little look. And here's a name I haven't seen before, so I'm going to pop that one up just because I love greeting you new people. Hello to Natasha. She says, hello from Holland. Welcome. Thanks for watching. Glad to see you could make it. But yeah, so let's take a look at the different colorway options that we've got here. I've just realized I need to turn up my little thing just here. No, it's on. Okay. It just looks a little bit dark for some reason. Not sure why. Oh well. Let's fade that one in. Maybe if I turn this down for a second, you'll be able to see the colors a little better, and then I'll just turn up the brightness again. So anyway, these are the 6 different colors. I've got tiny little sample pieces, but I'll let you guys choose which one that you like. So if I need to remember which color is which. Let's just take a look. So this one here is our Goldfinger. Goldfinger is the black and gold, which I really, really love this one. It's kind of similar. Here's a little finished sort of design just there. That's the Goldfinger. So if you want this one, say Goldfinger, I want to see you demonstrate with Goldfinger. We've got this one is our green one just here, which is our Superstition, which is a great name, and I really love the sort of limey zest. If you want to see this one demonstrated, vote now, I suppose. Comment in. This one here is the Beach Baby, which I absolutely love. I've got a little sample piece of it just here, my little tester piece that I've been making. I think this one's looks super nice. Plus, because it's a really good contrast, it's easy to see them. I've also got my, what's this one? Daydream Believer, which is the purple. This color just here, which looks like this. This is this little piece just here, which I can demonstrate with. Our Mermaid, which is that gorgeous sort of teal color. This one's the most groovy, baby, yeah. With that really nice sort of alabaster purple color, and then you've got your teal as well, which that one comes up looking like this. So if you want to see that one, vote for Mermaid. This one is the Starry, Starry Night. See, you can see we've gone for a definite theme of choosing all of these songs from the 60s and 70s. So it's got this lovely black AB bead, and then all of your silver lined clear crystal as well. So that's another really nice one. Vote, 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 everyone. But yeah, those are the 6. So we've got our Beach Baby, we've got our Daydreamer, we've got Mermaid, we've got Superstition, we've got Starry Night, and Goldfinger. So what has everybody voted for? Let's take a quick little look. I know a few people have said that they want the green. Doris says, I want green, and in capital letters. That's how strongly she wants that green one. Colleen wants the black and gold. I really like the black and gold too. Who else have we got? Another person's voted green. Stacy says she wants green as well. Let's see. Here's a name I don't recognize. Pauline. She's from Liverpool. She says hi. Welcome, Pauline. Thanks for joining us. Of course, we are live both on Facebook and YouTube right now. So don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. That's the best way to make sure you don't miss my tutorials in the future. So what other people have voted? I tell you, we're getting lots of different options here. I tell you, we're not going too well. Mermaid says Jan, Dana says mermaid, Bernie says mermaid, Bridget the black and silver, a couple of people for mermaid. I think Jermaine is watching right now, in which case, yes, she should be. So Jermaine, I'll leave it to you. Which one do you think has won? And I'm going to open it up and I'll start demonstrating with that color. Either way, I've got myself some blue thread, a nice dark blue thread, so that you'll be able to see it while I'm demonstrating. So I'm going to cut myself about a meter or two, a couple of meters. You will need to change threads while you do this this little design, just because it uses quite a bit. It's a surprising amount of thread that you end up using. So we've given you 10 meters to make the bangle, but of course don't forget, you can, if you want to get that all 3 bundle, choose 3 that you like, get them all the same, and then you can turn them into a gorgeous necklace, which is kind of the same as, I'll see if I can just find that picture really quickly. Here we go. Easy. So here we go. This is what the necklace version looks like. So if you've got 3 kits, you'll have plenty to make a really long necklace. We've got this one just sitting up nice and high, but it will be easy to make the necklace if you choose all 3 the same. The bangle, we've given you enough beads to make a 10-inch bangle, I believe it is. So you've got plenty of beads in each pack. Green or gold, says Jermaine. I'm going to go with the green, I think. I'm going to go with the superstition. Very superstitious. I tell you, every one of these little designs makes me want to sing the names. I like the choosing of the names. It was good fun. We were sitting there. We had a Spotify playlist open, and so we were choosing names based off of our Spotify playlist. So yeah, I'm going to go with, I think I'll use the green, and then I'll show you how to stitch your ends together with that gorgeous mermaid color. The really fun one, I think. I quite like it. So yeah, I've got myself my about 1.5 meters or so of beading thread there. I'll show you what you get in this one. So you've got your 2 different colors of seed beads. So I've got a really lovely sort of greeny tone which matches my bugles to give you the, if we look at the spiral of it, there's that sort of contrasting matching color to your bugle that goes down the center there. You've got your bugles as well, which you can obviously see those spiraling around the design, which looks really sparkly and vibrant when you spin them like that. Let's just turn up the brightness a teeny touch. And then, of course, I've got my metallic, it's like a really lovely pistachio color almost, that these little beads are. So let's see. I can see Martine says, good afternoon, beaders. So yeah, a nice little welcome to everybody there. I'm glad to see we've got so many people joining us today. It's always nice when we got lots and lots of people on the stream. So yeah, thanks. Thanks for joining me. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. We're making our way very quickly towards 24,000 viewers now. I think we're at somewhere just short of 23,700. So let's just keep growing and growing. I think we were only at 20,000 at Christmas or so. So things are flying, aren't they? So yeah, I've got my bugle beads. These are 7mm Preciosa bugle beads, which I can just stick this little thing up at the bottom, hopefully. Let's see if this will work for me. No, that's not the one. This is the one I want here. And these are the materials. Whoops. Let's just pop that into the screen. There we go. No, wrong one. After all that. Here we go. So yeah, I've got my 7mm bugles. I've got my color B and my color A, which they're both labeled color A and color B. Of course, you'll get the full instructions, and as per usual, I do have my diagrams ready to show all of you today, so I'll be able to head through all of those while we work. So here's my color A, which I'll leave this just here so I can remember which one's color A. And then if I've got another triangle, yep, one more little sort triangle. Let's pop those just here. There we go, just open that little bag up. We give you nice little resealable bags too, so that if you finish halfway through, you can just put your beads back in and seal it back up. So it's much cleaner, neater, and easier to work with. So yeah, you also get your beading thread and your needle included as well, so you can see that in a lovely matching green tone, and your size 11 beading needle. But of course, like I said, I'm going to use this dark blue thread so you can really see what I'm doing while I'm doing it. Let's just turn that off now, shall we? There we go. So yeah, like I said, I'm going to show you my little diagrams one by one. So first things first, this is not at all what I was after. Wait a minute. Not this one. Here it is. So my very first instruction is like this. So first thing we do, we're going to pick up the brown ones are our color A, the green ones are our color B, and then of course our bugle is that big long blue thing in the middle there. So I'm going to start by, my thread starts at the top, so I'm going to start by picking up one of my color A little beads just here. Wait a second. Let's hop that up into the corner and pop this over. So I've got it in right-handed view, of course, because usually me being a lefty can confuse some people, so I've put it into right-hand view for you guys already. But yeah, so you can see just there, I'm going to, onto my thread, pick up, let's give myself some little piles. Here's my color A, here's my bugle, and here's my color B. Get this thread out of the way for now. And what we'll do is pick up some of these little beads. So as per our little diagram there at the top, you can see we need one color A, we need a bugle bead, which let's just move this all over a teeny touch. There we go. One color A, followed by a bugle, which this green one has a little mixture of your bugles. By the way, I should just actually, while I'm showing you this, I'll just point out to you, some of the bugles you can see, see how they can get these little sharp edges on them? They just sort of, you know, in the manufacturing process can be made a little funny. Just keep an eye out for those ones. We've given you plenty of bugles, more than you're ever going to need to make even like a 12-inch bangle if you wanted to have a massive bangle. But yeah, just so that you can keep an eye out for these ones that have small little cuts in them, rather than looking as clean and neat as that, because if you're not careful, you can cut your thread on these little sharp bits. So of course, keep an eye out for those. We start with one A bead, one bugle, we go for another A, a second A, two of our color Bs, oops, there we go, and now one final color A bead there. So what I'm going to do now, if I just show you the instruction, I'm going to make it into a nice little circle. So you can see I start from that color A bead up there at the top. Phyllis, I'll just pop a little question up in a second. I'll get to it in just a second, Phyllis. But yeah, so I'm going to just thread through all of those beads again and that very first one more time just to make it into a nice little ring. Of course, let's just see. I love this pattern. Would size 11 seed beads work, asks Phyllis. Yes, they absolutely would. The size 11s are the Japanese sizing generally. Size 10 are exactly the same size, but they are the Czech size system because I'm using Preciosa seed beads, which are made in the Czech Republic. Their sizing systems are a little bit different and they converge. Size 11 Japanese and size 10 Czech pretty much are about the same size. It's almost a 1-for-1, you can swap them. So anyway, I'm going to, much like my little picture over here, I'm going to, there it is, I'm going to do them into a nice little circle. Because essentially the technique that we're using today, it's called Russian spiral. So it's a nice, simple, easy little technique that we're going to use. And so you can see I've got my beads in a string here. See, they're in a line, and I'm going to just thread through all of them once more. So I'll just pass my needle nice and easily through all of those beads once more. Don't tie a knot in it though. I wouldn't recommend tying a knot, just because a bit later when it comes to stitching the two ends together, it's much easier if you don't. So leave yourself a tail, of course, a little tail thread, so that you can reinforce the other ends when you do your join. And so I've gone through all of those beads, and I want to, as per my diagram, go through this last bead one extra time. So that's what's going to help me close my circle up, and I'm going to be coming out just before this little bugle bead just here. So as I just pull that all the way through, you'll see it makes a lovely little ring. I can always just pull on both threads. There you go. And there's that same little shape there. There you go. Now it looks the same as my diagram. So there you can see I've got my bugle, my two A's, two B's, and two A's finally. So let's just zoom in a teeny touch closer, and I'll show you the next instruction, shall I? Let's just see, have we got any more comments coming in? Here we go. Linda says, I love this pattern. That's Linda from Wisconsin. Thanks, Linda. I'm glad you're liking it. Seems like it's a popular one today. Don't forget, you can get the any 3 kits for £20. So a nice little saving there. A little introductory offer that we're going to do for the next week or so. So yeah, now that I'm coming out just here, let's have a look at the next little diagram. So if I just pop that up on the screen, what I'm going to do is pick up one color A, one bugle, and one color A bead again. I'm going to come out of that bead that's just before the bugle in the row below. I'm going to pick it up, and I'm going to skip more or less the next 2 beads. So I'll show you it in practice just here. Oops. There we go. So I'm coming out of this bead just here from this side. I'm going to pick up one color A, one bugle. So just check that it's got nice clean edges. One A. I'm going to pull it tight. And what I'm going to do is, if you have a look at that diagram there, you can see I'm going to come out through the bead that's just before that that little green bead up there. So you can see just here, I'm coming out between those 2 beads. So I'm going to go through the last color A bead that's just before the B bead. So you can see just here, I'm coming around, because it's working in a circle. We're going to work around the circle, and I'm going to go through this bead here, skip past the bugle, past this first one, and through that final A bead before we get to our color B. So if I just do that nice and gently, I'll just take my needle through that bead. I tell you, I've got my tension so good, I can almost hardly get the needle through when I'm just laying it down. So there we go. I'll just pop that there. Let me just, do you know what? I'm going to just move my camera ever so slightly closer to myself so that it will be a little easier for me to make sure I keep it in the middle of the shot. So there we go. I'll just pull that. See that I'm going through that one little bead just there. In fact, I'll use another needle to show you. This bead just here, I'm skipping this bugle and this first color A, and I'm going into that second one between the A and B. As I pull that tight all the way, I want to keep my tail thread out of the way for starters. I want to make sure that this sits nicely on top of the other. So you can see I've added an A, a bugle, and an A. Pull it all the way tight and just bring it so that it sits nicely on top of that previous bead just below. See that? That's where we want that to sit. So now I'll pick up another, I'll show you the diagram, of course. Here we go. So the next thing that we're going to do, we're going to pick up one color A and then one color B. We're going to skip that first color B bead, so the green one in the row below, and we're going to go through the second one. So if I just show you that very easily, we're going to pick up one color A, one color B. We're coming out of this bead just here. We're going to skip that little color B just there. And we're going to go through the next one around. So if we just have a little look through this little bead just here, the second of our 2 little color Bs. Pull that all the way through. Again, we want to try and make sure it stays relatively on the top. It doesn't matter too much if our first row is a little bit loose. We will tighten it when we join our 2 bangle ends together, or you can even reinforce it with your tail thread a bit later as well. So now let's take a look at the next diagram. We're going to do something very, very similar again. So we're going to pick up now, we're going to start with the color B, followed by a color A. We're going to skip 1 bead and then go through the last one that's before that bugle bead in the row below. And then we're going to do what's called a step up. So essentially we're going to go through the very first bead that we added in this row. Make sense? Hopefully. Katie here, she says, yay, the diagrams are back. I know. I like using the diagrams, plus it makes it super easy for you guys to see, doesn't it? Haydock Bead Fair. Matt, have you been to the Haydock Bead Fair before? Do you know what? I can't remember. I think I may have been once, many, many moons ago. I can't remember now, but I haven't been for a long time. That was a question there from Pauline. I haven't been to that one in a very, very long time, but I could swear I went to it at least once. So yeah, I've picked up now. First, I've got my color B, followed by my color A there, and I'm going to, just like I said, skip this first bead, and I'm going to go into the very last one. So if you see on the row below, I'll just move this bugle out of the way slightly. See, there's my first row. This one's in the second row. These 2 here are in my second row, and now I'm going to skip this little first bead and go through this one, and I'm going to do that little step up by passing through that last little one in this row that we're adding right now. So it's kind of like how you step up in peyote. It's very, very similar. It's almost it's very similar to tubular peyote, really, but we're just going to pull that all the way through, and you sort of get the gist. So see how it's sort of sitting on the outside now? That's fine. It will all come together in a minute. You can sort of, if you want to, just sort of pinch them upwards, but it's not entirely necessary. So that's what we're going to do to sort of do that first row. That's pretty much the basis of what we do. Now we're just going to repeat that same process again and again and again until we finish. So I'll show you the next little diagram. So... no. Oh, it's because I was looking at this one here. Here we go. So the next step that I will do, like I said, I'm pretty much just going to repeat the process again. So I'm going to pick up one of those color A's, a bugle and a color A. I'm going to go through that same bead in the row that I've just added. I've just finished the row. So the one that's below, and I'm going to go through the bead that's just before the pair of B beads. Then I'm going to pick up a B and an A, an A and a B, and go through the second B bead. Then I'm going to pick up a B and an A, and I'm going to do my same step up again. So you'll see it. Here we go. Where am I? Let's just bring it back. Here we go. So yeah, now that I'm coming out just here, we'll repeat the process again. So I'll just rotate it round so that it's a little easier. You can continue. Once you see, I'm going to hold it in my hands in a minute so it's a little easier to see. But I'll pick up one color A. You can see that my thread is definitely helping me keep a nice firm tension. That's the good thing about this Spider-Lon beading thread that I like to use. Because it's bonded, it sort of works like it's a waxed thread, like it's pre-waxed, and gives you a much cleaner finish. So essentially what I'm going to do now, because these are the beads that I added in the row below, so this little one here, this bugle and this one, they're the first ones. Then I've got these 2 and these 2. These are going to make up that top little row that I've done. And then that one after. So essentially, I'm going to skip around and go into that very last bead. So from the row below, it helps if they're all sort of standing up a bit more. But into the one just before the B bead that we added in the previous sort of round. So it's all going to start coming together in a second into a nice little tube shape. Just as I pull this one, I think it should start to come together. So pull that nice and firm through that bead that's just before that other little one just here. I'm going to pick up one color A followed by a color B, and I'm going to skip across and go into, I'm going to skip, you can see how it looks like there's 3 beads. That's because this is the row that we're working on, and this is the row, so we're adding our 3rd row. This one is row 1, these ones sticking out are part of row 2, and now I'm adding row 3. So I'll go into, skipping this green one into the very, very last green one along, like that, and then pull that all the way through. So that's sitting nicely there, and I'll just sort of pull it all up so that it's a little bit neater. You'll soon start to see it all sort of coming into a tube shape. It's definitely easier if you're holding it in your hands, but you would never see what I'm doing, I guess. So now, again, I need to pick up one B and one A, and I'm going to step up, pass around and step up into those last 2 beads. So you can see this little bead goes into that bugle below, and this little bead goes into the bugle that we're starting with just now. So I'm going to pick through both of those seed beads. So this one finishes this row and this one steps up. So I'll just pass nicely through that little seed bead and the one which is the very first one we added in this step, pull it all the way through. And now if I just pull tightly, I can sort of pinch it all together and it will start forming this little tube shape. So I'll just pick it up very, very gently here, pull my thread. I'll hold my tail thread out of the way because I find that holding my tail thread down here gives me a nice firm tension, and this will sort of bring me into position. You can sort of see that this is the row that we just added. So I can continue now by going with the next beads that I've just added in this row. So again, I'll pick up an A, a bugle, and an A. And I know I need to go through, it can look a little confusing, like there's one too many beads just here, but it's the very last one just before this little green bead here where we've got our color B. That's the one that we want to go into. So I know this is the row that I'm at just here. So I go through this bead, pull that one all the way down. Just got my thread caught a little bit there. Come on now, let's just pull this little end here to tighten it. And now we'll go through there. Just make sure you lift this bugle over the top. I should put this back down so that it's a little easier for me to work with, but anyway, it doesn't matter. Just pull it over the top, pull that through. There we go. And now we'll just pull my thread, hold it nice and firm. So I'm coming out of this bead just here. So I'm between where this one ends and the green one begins. So I'll pick up a color A. Once you've got more to hold on to, it becomes much easier. You'll soon see. So we go through there and we're going to go into that very last little green bead that we added in the row. So I'll just pass through that last one, adding my color A and color B. Now I'll pick up a color B and a color A, and I'm going to do that step up. So you can see this is where I started this row. Wait, let's get it in the center. This is the first bead that I added in this row. So I'm going to go, I want to do my step up, so I'll go through both of these two. So the seed bead just below it, which is in this row that we're adding, and then step up through the row that we've created. See that? And then as I pull that tight, that's going to sort of create that next little row. So again, you can see it's all starting to come together. There we go. See, we're sort of getting this spiraling happening already. Wait, I'll just zoom out a little so that you can actually start to see it. So we're sort of getting our spiral to happen. You're getting it happening, and we've got a nice little loop on the top of our little beads as we're sort of adding them in. See that there? It's all sort of starting to come together. So I will pick up, again, one of my color A, one bugle, one color A, and I'm going to go through the bead that's just before my green one. So you can see this is the top of my row here. This is the absolute last one before my my pair of green ones. Pull that all the way through there. Just lift it ever so slightly to make sure it's sitting on top of the others as we pull it tight. So you can just sort of pop it into position. Once you can hold on to this base, it gets much easier. See, you can sort of see the rows coming together now. There we are. Now I'll pick up one colour A and one colour B. Pass through that last little B bead around the row, because I'm working in this direction. I'm always working in this direction, which looks like it's clockwise for you, but actually I'm working in anti-clockwise. So there we go. It's the magic of television. I can flip things, pull that tight through there, and then pick up one B followed by one A, and we go into both of these beads. So this is the bugle I've just added. I'm going to step up, so through the row below and this row that I've just started adding, pull that up and pull that tight, and that creates our next little section on the top. Let's just continue repeating that, so I'll hold my tension nice and firm. An A, I'm going to move these over so I can access them a bit easier. Keep them all on this side where I'm working with the needle. An A, a bugle, and an A. Skipping again, I'm working in this same direction, the same way around the circle, through that next bead. Pull that all the way up. Make sure it just sits above. Just get it in sort of neat, roughly in position. This doesn't matter too much. Pick up one colour A and one colour B. Pass through the last of our little colour Bs there. Pick up a B, followed by an A. And then we step up through both seed beads. So the row below and this row that we've just added just now. So let's pull that tight. So there you go. And I'll just sort of keep going. I'll keep doing a few more rows. I'll put it in left-handed view for you lefties like me. Here we go. There's our left-handed view. All of a sudden, magically, I'm back to being left-handed. Here we go. What are people talking about? I've been missing what's been going on. If you, like Sandy, missed the beginning, you can always head to our website, watch it again. I'm not sure if you can rewind on Facebook, but you can definitely rewind on YouTube right now. On Facebook, you might have to wait until after the stream, but thanks for joining us, Sandy, by the way. Sandy's already signed up for my Ivy class, the one that I'm going to be doing on the 29th and 30th. So it's a 2-day class if you want to sign up to that one, by the way, which if you just head to, I'll show you it very quickly just before I do this little row. If you head to the home page on our website, so if you see all the way down the bottom, just here, www.beadspider.co.uk, just down there. That's me trying to find it with my fingers here. There we go. There it is. www.beadspider.co.uk. Type that in, and it's going to take you to this page just here. And if you just click on that there at the top where it says Ivy Beaded Necklace 2-day Zoom class, you can sign up to the class here, which these are in UK times. So if you're in the US, go for the one that says afternoon sessions, because that will be in the morning for you guys. If you're in Australia or New Zealand, maybe go with the morning class, because that will be in your evening. And then, of course, I've got my 3 kits, but the thing about this, you can't choose your kit, I should mention, until you've chosen your class. So if you say, yeah, I think I want to do the morning class, you add to the basket your morning class little thing there, and you can see it says, yep, that's added to the basket now. And now I can add whichever one. You can get multiples if you want. You can say, hey, I want 2 wisterias, or I'll make one for me and one for my sister or something. Or you can choose a wisteria and a water lily or a desert rose. I saw quite a few people got all 3. But I'll just show you, if you don't have the class in your basket, or if you haven't bought the class already, if you haven't bought your ticket for it already, it doesn't let you add it to the basket just yet. It goes, sorry, it's not available for a separate purchase. You have to choose your class session first, because we send you the instructions as part of the class. So you need to be in the class to be able to get the kit, because this is more or less the beads for it without the instructions. The instructions are part of the class price. So that way you're only paying for the beads, so that if you're getting multiple colorways, you're not paying for the instructions multiple times. Make sense? But yeah, so choose your class first. But yeah, you can also find it here, kits and tutorials, classes, right up here at the top. And there it is, 29th and 30th, Ivy Necklace. Right, let's get back to some demonstrating, shall we? So I am going to do this in left-handed view as promised. So I'll pick up my color A, my bugle, and my color A. And just like before, I'm going to go, now it looks like I'm working in this direction. I'm going to skip past my bugle, past these beads here. These are the top row here. So this bead here, if it looks confusing, is part of the row below. You can see it much easier when you turn it sideways. This is the row below. This one here is the row below because it's, there you go, see how it's sort of dipped in a bit? This is the row below, this is the row we're working with. So the very last color A before our color B. That's where we want to go. Through that bead there, pull that tight all the way through. Get that nice and firm. Pick up one color A and one color B. Nice simple technique, this one. Pass through the latter of our two color Bs just here. Let me just get myself nice and centrally in the screen. There we go. And pull through there. And then finally, a color B followed by a color A, and step up through the bottom, the row below, and this row that we're adding just now. So through 1 and 2, pull it up all the way, and that completes that row. So now we start with our next row. So we go a bugle, just one bugle, and a color A. I see there's questions coming in. Where are we? Right. Oh, there we go. So now we go through here, and again we're skipping through these beads and into the one just before the green in the row that we're working with, just before the color B, sorry. Pull that tight, just give it a little rotate, pick up an A and a B, go through the latter of the two B beads, then give it a little half turn again, color B, then a color A. So that little diagram in the top corner here, wait, no, it's the other way, this side, the diagram up there is pretty much what I'm doing. I'm just repeating that same process over and over and over to make my design, which you can see it's coming together now. There you've got your little spiral happening, and there's my little seed beads on this edge. There's this green along the edge as well, and it sort of just spirals around and makes this really lovely little design come together. So I'll just keep going. I'll do a few more rows, why not, eh? And then I'll show you how you stitch it together into the bangle. Again, it's a nice simple little process. So one color A, one bugle, and a color A last time, and then I'm going to show you how to stitch the two ends together. So there's that just there. Give that a tiny rotate. Pick up one color A and one color B. Like there. Hi to Seema, who's just joined us. Thanks for joining, Seema. I'm glad to see you're here. She says, hello, everyone. By the way, who's new? I'd like to know who's joining us for the first time. I want to give you a big welcome. So if you're new to our channel, if you've only just seen this stream for the very first time, and you're not acquainted with me, you haven't seen one of my tutorials before, just pop in a little comment saying, hi, I'm new, I'm from this place or wherever, and maybe I'll pop up a few people so that we can say hello and welcome you to the Bead Spider tutorial family. So yeah, make sure you comment in if you're new. I want to hear from all of you new people. Let's just get this tail thread back out the way. There we go. And there you go. That's going to just complete that little process. And you can just continue along and along and along, adding row after row and row after row. And it just sort of comes together quite quickly, like this here. And then eventually, which this is the, I really like this color actually. This is the, you can see those blue AB beads. They look really effective with the silver there. This one, I can't remember the name of this one. Starry, Starry Night. Starry, Starry Night. Bit of fun with the naming we had today. So there you go. This is another one just here. And now I'll show you how to join your two ends together with my little mermaid colorway. So I really like this little mermaid one. So let's have a look at the instruction. Essentially what I'm intending on doing is, hoping it will show you, here we go. So pop that up on the screen. I'm going to just keep going and going and going and going and going until eventually I'm coming out of that last little bead ready, like I've just finished my step up, more or less. That's kind of where I'm aiming to be when I finish. So once I get to that point, it's really easy to sort of just join your two ends together. So the way that I'm going to do that, you bring your two ends, so I'll show you on the actual bead mat, shall I? And I'll put it back into right-hand view. So essentially what I'm going to do is bring the two ends together. So I want to try and keep it relatively straight so it's not going to get too additionally twisted, more than it should. And I want to do it so that this is going to just continue that same spiraling staircase, as it were. So if it's like this, it's not going to join. You need to make sure you bring these two pieces together. And essentially we're going to do one more row of our Russian spiral. That's the technique that we're using. I'll just put at the bottom, by the way, the offer that we're doing today, which is this one. No, that's the wrong hand, doesn't matter. Right hand view again, sorry, there we go. So I want to join these two pieces together as though I'm doing one more stitch, but essentially the row is already in this base piece, so I can sort of just continue that way. That's why it doesn't matter if your bottom row is a little loose, because that will help us to sort of stitch them together a bit later. Obviously I've got a little stopper bead here. You don't have to use a stopper, but I did. So I'll just undo that stopper. Hopefully it will come undone easily enough. Don't know. I mean, you can always break the bead if you need to. Let's just see if you'll go through. Let's undo Mr. Stopper. I don't need to undo the stopper, but I can do that a bit later. There we go. There's once, twice. Do I have to do it again? I might have to break the bead after all this. Let's have a look. Jermaine's got her stopper on there very tightly. That fella's not going anywhere. I might just have to break the bead. Doesn't matter. I'll come to it later. So yeah, I will take this thread just here, and I'll get rid of this little ticker. You don't need to see that anymore. There we go. And so the instruction that I'm going to do, which is this one just here, I'm going to pretend more or less that I'm stitching them together. So like I said, I'm coming out of the bead just before the bugle. And I'm going to do the same thing so that I go through the bugle in the same direction so that it's around the right way. So I want to make sure that I'm sort of coming at them from the same direction. So the best way to do that is to lay them side by side like this, and you can sort of see that this is the way that they want to sit. So that's how we need to join them to each other. So I know already that I've got to come from this direction and go that way. So I know it's really easy. The easiest way to know where you need to go into is where your tail thread is coming out of. That's how we know where we're going to stitch into. So on my working thread here, the one with my needle attached, I'm going to come out of here, and what we would usually do here is add on a bugle and a seed bead and a bugle, a seed bead, a bugle, and a seed bead to add on that next row. Well, I've already got my bugle, my seed bead, and my bugle, the other way around, I did it again, seed bead, bugle, and seed bead on my other end here. So I can just go through that. So you just got to think about what order you would add the beads in. So I'll pick up my little seed bead, my very end little bugle bead, just there, and then finally just pull my tail thread a little tighter through that last little seed bead, which is just after that bugle. And then as we pull these together, you'll see it sort of just brings them in contact with each other where they would kind of nearly be. But what I have to do is to finish the process off just like we would before, we go into the seed bead just before our last little color B. So we go into that bead there, like so. And then we just pull it tight. And that's going to bring the two ends fairly nicely together. See that? They're pretty much attached now. And so now I'll do it loose. I'll keep it loose so that you can see what I'm doing. But essentially, just like we would before, that diagram's way too small. Doesn't matter. So anyway, so I'm coming out of this. So what do we usually pick up next? We would pick up from our little beads just here, one color A and then one color B. So again, I'm going to go from that very top row, one color A and one color B, because that's what we would usually be picking up next. And I'll just pull my thread all the way through and then come back over to this side. And where would we usually stitch it to? We would stitch onto our working end just before that little color B there. So this is the one where I'm coming out of here. You can see I've coming around the circle from here and into the same spot. So it's sort of the exact same process that we would do when we're working the other way. And now what we would usually do is go through our last color B and our color A, just like that there. Thread through them. And then we skip through. And this time, where we would be stepping up into is the row that we've just added. So we only add this one here. And then the bead just before our bugle. See that? So then you go through there, pull those, and ta-da! Essentially, if I get my tail thread out of the way and tighten it, where is that tail thread going? Here it is. It's all tangled in there. Oops, I got my my little stopper caught. I knew I should have removed that stopper. Doesn't matter. Just pull this thread out of the way, pull that tight, and then you can see it just sort of will add your two little pieces. Bangle is now pretty much joined. It's one single piece. So it's sort of going to become seamless really easily, and you can just sort of follow the same thread path, doing it in the same way. So essentially, you're just picking up the beads that you would in a normal row just to join the two ends. And that gives you a really nice, seamless end. So you can't see where it begins, where it ends. You just take your thread through, and then you can just weave around those few beads in the end once or twice, and that's going to make everything completely seamless, ready to just tie off and finish off. So you can't even see where the join is anymore. I would do it, but because my stopper doesn't want to come off, I can't really get it off, so I can't thread through it. But then all you've got to do is just go through those beads, join them around a few more times to get it extra secure, and you have one lovely finished bangle. So don't forget, of course, you can do one super duper long one. So obviously this is just a single hand's worth of bangle that we've got just here. But if you wanted to, it's really, really, really easy to just make this single piece much longer and longer and longer and longer, triple the size, as it were, and then it becomes that gorgeous little necklace like this piece just here. So you can see one really, really long piece, and you can attach a clasp if you want to, make it one that you can put over your head if you prefer. It's entirely up to you how you would do it. You just sort of make that triple piece into one really, really long necklace, which is quite a nice little design, isn't it? But yeah, so I guess that's pretty much all that you need for learning how to do this Russian spiral technique just here. So it is a very, very easy little process that we've sort of learnt today. Of course, like I said, I do have those 6 different colors. Jan says that's really pretty. And Kay says, I like how it spirals. I really like how it spirals too. I think the bugles really give it a fantastic look. So like when it moves, see how much they catch the light and sparkle? They're really, really vibrant little beads that you've got there. But I also like the fact that once you've got it all fully tied and everything, it's going to be seamless. You won't see the join. Obviously, it's a little bit loose just here because I haven't tied anything off. but you get a really, really neat, clean finish. So it's sort of the beginning and the end are one and the same, and it makes this really lovely design. So you've got the seed bead spiral, but you've also got the bugle spiraling as well, which... What happened to that black one? I had another one hiding from me. Here, little necklace. Ah, here we go. Bracelet. There it is. So yeah, you can do the black and gold one as well. This is what the starry night looks like just here, which I'll just get rid of that there. Sue says that's gorgeous. I agree, Sue. Here we go. Where are we? Oh yeah, Pauline. No tea today. No one brought me a tea. I just realised I didn't have a tea. I'm feeling very parched, so we say. Purple Penny says that mermaid colour would match my hair. Well, yeah, we can see the picture there actually. Just there in the it comes up in the little comment down there. But yeah, I think you're right. It would match very, very nicely. But yeah, so this is the starry night, which I really like. This one, the AB that you've got on those black beads, black AB beads, is really stunning. So I like that one. I've also, this is the one I did, the superstitious, very superstitious. Superstition, this one is called, which is that really vibrant green. You've got a gorgeous mixture of your green bugles. So that's the one that I just demonstrated with. Obviously, you've got your mermaid color as well. I think this one is Jermaine and Maxine's favorite. This one just here, which is, what did we call this one? I have to, Beach Baby. This one is Beach Baby, which I think the colors on this one are absolutely gorgeous. We've sort of gone for the more interesting tones rather than just some of the sort of monotone versions. This one, of course, especially for you, Purple Penny, we've got the purple one here as well, which is called, wait, let's just take a look at all of the names. I'll just show you them all one last time in case you want to. I see Andrew's updated all of the pictures, which is fantastic. But here we go. So let's just take a little look. So yes, any of the 6, so you can see them just up here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 little ones to choose from. Click on that and then choose whichever 3 that you like. So there they all are, there are your options. Choose, yeah, I want to make the necklace, so go 1, 2, 3 and add them all in, and then add it to your basket if you want to. Or say I'll have one of this, one starry night, and that Beach Baby, and then you can add them to your basket as like that. And then of course you get that discount. So instead of the full price, you only pay £20. So a really nice little saving that you get there. Whoops, wrong button. Sandy's just asked, what size bugle is it? It's a 7mm. I think they are Preciosa size 2 or size 3 bugles. So there you go. There's the Beach Baby just here. You've got the Daydream Believer just here. You've got Goldfinger as well. The Little Mermaid one is here. The Little Mermaid one. The Mermaid one is here. Starry Night. This one here. And then, of course, the Superstition is the one that I would, the one that I just demonstrated with as well. So, yeah, those are the 6 different colours. You can get them individually if you want. They're only £7.50, so really, really inexpensive for a full bangle there. Or you can get any 3 for £20. So you save even more. You get pretty much a third off of one of them. So, yeah, I'll lay them all out so that we can see them. And you can more or less take your pick as per which one you like best. So there they are. So yeah, those are the 6 different colours. Choose as you will. Oh, don't forget, I should show you last chance. There isn't much time left. So I'll go back to the website here. From our homepage, what I did last Friday, it went phenomenally well. So it's easily the best one that we've done so far this year. I think we sold over 200 kits or something, some huge ridiculous number. Have I got the demo pieces here? Doesn't look like it, but anyway, I'll show you on the website really quickly. It's, if we come down here, the Eclipse Necklace. So that one on the right where it says Eclipse Necklace, That was an overwhelming success. We are still doing the discount on those, so if you are on that page and you want to find the products, it's either here, Eclipse related jewelry, or from the description of the video that you're watching. If you click view upcoming and previous shows, the little link for that one, it will take you to where it says here, video tutorial related products over there on the left, second from the bottom. You click on that one, and then here it is, the 30th of April Eclipse Necklace tutorial. You can get 10% off when you add the matching set into the basket. So if you say, yeah, I want the copper blush, you go, yeah, I'll have a copper blush and I'll have the matching bangle to go with. You will also get the bonus free pattern for this ring. So see that ring there at the top? I don't have the finished pieces here, unfortunately, but then when you go to the basket, you'll see you get that 10% discount. See it there on the right, 10% off copper blush Eclipse set. Otherwise, we also have, and you still get your ring when you do this, if you get our all 4 necklaces or our all 4 bangles, or both if you want to. This is the tutorial I did last Friday. Unbelievably popular. Stock is absolutely low now, really, really low. So we, if you missed that tutorial, it was a really good one. So make sure you jump back and have a look at that. But otherwise, not too much stock left. Those are the 4 different colors if you want to get that, and you'll get the free ring pattern, but you have to shop before Sunday. So this Sunday, May the 9th, the 9th of May it will be. So if you're going to get that little pattern, you need to do that very, very soon. With our Twist Again bangle, like we did last summer, it's also on sale for 1 week. So you've got until next Sunday, not the 9th, the one after. So if you want to get either of those, they're still on sale. So yeah, go for it. Now, what sort of comments have we got just before I finish off for today? I should just mention, as always, we do like to do it, but we just haven't had time lately. It's been manic around here. That if you want to get featured on the show, because I often do a little segment towards the end of the month where we show off everybody's pictures that they've sent in. I've got a load of a backlog to show off. Probably in a couple of weeks' time from now. Send us your pictures to live@beadspider.co.uk, and we'll show off your pictures there in the on the show, as it were. But yeah, so thank you everybody for joining me. I hope you enjoyed that one. It was a nice quick little tutorial, a little bit shorter than usual. Usually it's about double that time, usually an hour and a half or so. We've only just got to an hour mark just now. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed that one. Of course, you can get £5 worth of patterns completely for free if you haven't signed up to our email newsletter before. Just click the little link there in the description. I think the link is bit.ly/beadspidervoucher. Click on that one and you'll get a £5 voucher to try out on any of our beading patterns on the Bead Spider website. So you can head to our pattern page where we've got about 120 maybe patterns, something like that. And you've got £5 worth of credit, more or less, to choose any that you like. You do need to get at least £5 worth of patterns. For some reason, the coupon just doesn't want to work if you've got less than £5 worth. It requires that you have £5 in to work, but then it will remove the entire £5 worth from there and you don't get charged anything. But yeah, so thank you very, very much for joining me, everyone. Oh yeah, Kay says, don't forget to thumbs up. Yeah, like, share, subscribe, all of those things help us grow our channel so that we can present you more fantastic things like we've been doing. But yeah, here we go. Doris says, do your patterns come on the site for sale as just the pattern? Yes, I'll show you on the website actually very, very quickly. It's only a moment to get to the page. So I'm still on that other page, but hey, I'll show you where to find it. You see where it says at the top here, kits and tutorials. So just here, you can see it highlighting up. Click on that, And then right here on the left, fourth from the top, patterns. You click that, and you can see all of our patterns, our free patterns, and then our jewelry patterns. We've got loom patterns as well, all sorts of things. Here you go, Harlequin bracelet pattern, our crown knot jewelry pattern, the macrame goddess pattern. I need to reorder these, they're not in the right order. Our labyrinth herringbone necklace pattern there, our jingle all the way Christmas bells, the Halloween brick stitch patterns, the Christmas brick stitch patterns as well. This little beaded dress is a completely free pattern. Here's another use for some bugles. The double cuff, there's 3 different ones. The double cuff bracelet, the bugle spiral pattern, which is similar to today, and then also the single wrap, that's there as well. You know, you can see brocade bracelet pattern here. We've got the Hollywood bangle, which is netting, crystal netting. The silky dagger earrings, another free pattern there. We've got kumihimo patterns here. We've got some Easter patterns still. How to make a lovely little clasp piece just here. This one is another one and includes a bonus toggle clasp pattern. Look, 3 pages. So let's jump to page 2 real quick and see what we've got here. Our little labyrinth, more toggle clasps, the Ruth Bader Ginsburg collar, that one was popular as well, amulet bag, starburst bracelet, how to use triangle beads, checkmate triangles, they're lots of fun, crystal kitty cat, peyote tubes, that's a really nice one. Oh, I like this, the rainbow pendant and the rainbow bracelet just here, they're really nice little designs, and the matching earring as well, they're super cute. Our Great British bracelet, that's a free pattern. I don't know, just keep going. There's so many of them. Look at them all. Candy bead pattern. My pinwheel earrings that I did on YouTube not too long ago. There's another pattern there. Look, there's loads. Loom patterns, the floral fun loom pattern, the animal patterns. Lots and lots of different ones to choose from. But yeah, go take a look. See what ones take your fancy. But yeah, I guess that's pretty much all for today. Let me just bring my face back up here. Yeah, that's pretty much everything for today. So thank you everybody for joining me. Purple Penny says, thanks bead spiders. Have a great weekend, everyone. I'm going to be watching the Formula 1, that's for sure. But yeah, I hope you all have a lovely weekend as well. Kay is still here. The Jan is still here. We've got Dana here. She was here from the very beginning as well. So thanks for watching, Dana, as well. But yeah, thank you everybody for joining me. I hope you enjoyed that one. If you want to get the bangle, jump onto the website and go and grab it now. I had lots of fun teaching you. I'll be back next Friday. We're on pretty much every Friday with the occasional Wednesday as well. When we get time, we throw in little tutorials as an extra bonus. But yeah, so thank you everybody for joining me. I hope you have a lovely weekend, and I will see you all next time. Have a lovely weekend, and bye-bye.